Hey YouTube, what's up? As Panics 1960 pointed out, um, the video quality uh, was really poor in the upload from earlier, and so I'm going to be redoing that video. Thanks for pointing that out. I wouldn't have picked it up immediately. It's kind of complicated, but the lighting will get better after it starts to cool down. Because where I'm at geographically, it's really hot right now, and I've got issues with having to need to use fans and everything. But yeah, like I said, it's complicated. So I'm gonna go grab that Danzig piece again, and as I said in a video that will not air because again it's dark and I just didn't. I realize that now. I'm an idiot because in the two videos on my 45 collection, one which isn't up yet, I forgot the most important piece and the rarest piece. So I'm gonna go grab those two and I'll be back real quick. Okay, also, if it ever looks like I'm giving the camera the finger, I'm not intentionally. Uh, I've got some nerve damage in this hand that uh, makes it do some funky stuff. Okay. Um, this will not look familiar to you because you couldn't see it, but there is the Danzig picture disc. Hopefully that will look better. Um, if not, I may have to do this a third time. But anyway, um, that's the front, and the back is that's the back of it. I thought this was really cool. I like Danzig, and I've always liked this. You know, this picture as a he used it actually on his stage as part of the backdrop during a show. He's used this as a belt buckle, and I always thought it was really cool. So when I was able to, and I like Danzig anyway, so when I was able to find this was really cool. The tracks on it is side A is Mother. Um, of course, it's not an album version; it's a remixed version by Glenn and the Louis brothers. Um, so it's a and um, according to this, it says that the studio side was recorded in '94, so that would be 6 years after the album came out. And then the live track on the reverse was recorded Irvine Meadows, California, October 31st, '92. Um, oh yeah, Thrall Demon Sweat Live is the album that the live version from this picture disc came off. for more information. I believe, and I do believe that this is a UK English release. Um, but anyway, it's really cool. And if there's anybody that would have more information on it, I know that Devon just showed an interesting looking picture disc in one of his latest videos. But this, I guess, would, if you had to classify it, would be defined as a 10-inch. And I got into a discussion with someone about how this isn't playable because of its shape. Um, and when I get my Metallica vinyl uploaded, you'll see um, the there's really no name for it, but it's the monster picture disc, um, and that it's also oddly shaped. So just basically, I'm asking the vinyl community, um, would would this be playable? Because like I said, I got into an argument with someone, and from my research, with the exception of two, which I forget, but they were really obscure recordings, um, they're playable in just about every case. Devon showed one that was in the shape of a grand piano, um, and didn't mention any issues playing it. I don't know if that has been played. Um, and again, picture discs really, because of their sound quality, you don't necessarily play them all that much because they, in most cases, have an inferior um, sound quality to them versus regular black or colored vinyl. With one exception of Autopsy Severed Survival, which is a death metal band, which I happen to have a copy of that, um, which I will show eventually when I get around to doing death metal um, in my collection. But anyway, um, hopefully I have the. Okay, this may not make it until the next week because it's a little bit longer, but we'll see. Hopefully I can pull it off. Okay, next up is an extremely rare 7-inch from about 86 or 87. It's Criminally Insane and Aggressive Perfector. This is the Knight's Cross version, which is really hard to find. I've seen about 2 copies of this in 5 years, including this copy. And I paid a lot of money for this. I think all totaled, I spent about $100, including the shipping and all that. I got it from a guy who I regularly use to buy Slayer stuff. And coincidentally, I got the Danzig much later. I've had this probably for about a year or so, and I just got that recently within the last month or two. And but from the same guy, and I've gone to this guy a lot for a lot of the Slayer and a bunch of other rare and unique metal records and the like. So this was really cool. I'm not going to take it out because it doesn't appear that it has been taken out. But if you can see that's a red. Yeah, I know it's going to be really hard to tell, but the color of the vinyl is red. You probably won't see this again. I haven't seen this on YouTube, and I haven't seen that many for sale, period. But it was something. It had been on my list, because it's something that I wanted because of the rarity, because of the uniqueness of it, because it looks really cool. And I could even hang it on the wall if I wanted. They have it came supplied with a chain. On this one, the one of the plastic clasps, sorry, on the chain actually broke. But considering the rarity of this piece, I overlooked that. But I wouldn't put it on the wall anyway. So those are the two items, and since this is a longer video, I may not be able to get it uploaded in the time that I have tomorrow with use of a computer with internet access. So maybe this will be up on Monday at the earliest, if not tomorrow. But I will try for tomorrow. And there is one other thing. I'm sure most of you would know by now. It was announced that Steve Jobs passed away, and I myself am a geek and would be considered a geek by others, and he, along with Bill Gates, are two of the most, and Steve Wozniak, of course, he's among some of the most revolutionary minds as far as technology, and changing our very way of life over the past, 40 plus years. I mean, Apple was founded in 1976, so with Apple II, with the Mac, with Lisa, and then moving on, you've got stuff of today, and then the iPod, which we've all I may even have mine handy to show you. I've got some time if I can do it real quick. Maybe it's over here. Yeah, here it is. And this is the iPod Touch, and everything. And this isn't even the first one. I had a early version of the Nano that I purchased around 3 or 4 years now. But he introduced the computer, revolutionized the way that we live, the way that we communicate, and everything. And then again, he revolutionized, music. Well, not him, but the company bringing forth the iPod and expanding on that idea, and the MP3. And so he's one of those extremely important people when you look at the last half century. He's an extremely important person in what a lot of people take for granted, and especially the younger generation like myself, in a way. But I do remember before the iPod. But anyway, there's a great loss today with his passing, and I'm sure that he will be missed. Okay, that's all for tonight. Cult Leader signing off. Thanks, guys.